Welcome to Pat Pattison's Best of California. Today, we're gonna go eat. I'm with George Geary, and we're going to the made in California places that started here in California, spread across the country. Now, this is my claim to fame. Jack in the Box antenna balls. I was involved in creating these. I want to bestow this to you.
Oh, this will look great on my car.
There we go.
Yeah,
Let's
while
get
we
going,
drive
George.
around.
Let's
go.
I'm Pat Pattison, and I love California. I'm so excited. We are here at the Valley Relics Museum. I'm with George Geary, author of Made in California. I'm going to read this. The California-born burger joints, diners, fast food, and restaurants that changed America. And George, this is incredible to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
This
That's the longest title ever, isn't it?
I love this, but I love
Takes you a
this.
while.
I love this book. And we're here at the Valley Relics Museum. We have the signs of fast food and restaurant chains all around us. Why did you write this book?
Because I thought people should know that all these places came from California, not just down their street. They think, oh, that place started here. And what really started was McDonald's, because everyone said, oh, it started out in Chicago, and it didn't. It was down the street in San Bernardino. So there were things like that. And were the original locations still around?
Yeah.
Can you still get a hot dog where they made Wiener Schnitzel?
Isn't that incredible?
Stuff like that.
And one of your favorites. I mean, just to go through a quick list, you got McDonald's, InNOut Burger, name a few more.
Oh, there's over 100.
Over 100.
So yeah, we can
Over
keep
100.
going. But A&W, like you said, the Foster's Freeze.
Foster's Freeze.
And
Now stop on Foster's Freeze. Because I am a Foster's Freeze addict. I love them. There's one up in Morro Bay by my daughter. They're still around. And you told me you can actually still see the original location?
The original is a tiny one in Inglewood.
Inglewood.
And
wow.
and that is the old look. That one, you can't go inside. You have to order from a window, and then the next window you pick it up. And there's one in Torrance by my mom's, and she is constantly, whenever, do you want to go get a Foster's Freeze?
I love
so
Foster's.
you'll go there.
And our director, Brad, reminds us there's one in Burbank.
Yeah.
So when people look at this book, and they are in, because we're a national show, you say it changed the eating habits of America. Explain that a little bit.
Well, the car culture came out of it.
Culture.
Was one thing from California.
From California.
Yeah. And things start here and they go eastward a lot.
Yeah.
If you ever think about it, In-N-Out Burger is now going east. They're opening up on the East Coast at one point. They've got new offices being built.
Everything eventually when you expand that big.
But then when you come this way, the places aren't as popular.
Okay.
So I shouldn't name names, but since it is, we've got Five Guys. Five Guys came here. And not too good. I mean, not doing. They're still around.
Right.
Same thing with donut stores. Dunkin' Donuts has come out here 3 or 4 times, then they come back, then they go back, and our donut places stay. I look at In-N-Out as the ultimate company. They stick with 5 or 6 items. Yeah, we go to McDonald's and we don't know what they're going to have. We know they have a Big Mac, but what else? What chicken sandwich do they have? You know, and then you look at Wiener Schnitzel started with hot dogs, then they went into hamburgers, and now they're going into tamales. It
occurs to me that somebody could take your book, like people do with Route 66, and do a tour of California to all the original locations. Do you know somebody that's done that?
Not yet.
We're going to do it. We should do that.
They probably will, because I have a cheesecake book, and somebody has made every single cheesecake. There's 300. Wow. So. Wow. You do have some people that want to do things like that.
Yeah, so let's go talk about Bob's.
Okay.
George, a personal favorite, Bob's Big Boy. My mom used to go to the original location when she was going to Pasadena Junior College in Glendale, right?
You're right. The Glendale was the very first location.
Yeah, and she'd always say it was the malt shop.
Yeah.
In the 40s.
It was small.
Yeah.
Not very big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell us, because we're going to go to Bob's in Burbank. Incredible Googie architecture.
Big original. But started in 33.
Okay.
And they just went into a conglomerate that got bigger and bigger. What's fascinating is back east, you'll call it Bob's Big Boy, and back east people will say, no, it's called Freshies. And I was like, no. Or Shoney's.
Okay.
They're one of the first companies that what they did is they franchised their product, not the whole concept.
Gotcha.
So the Bob's Big Boy hamburger Freshies has it, and so does Shoney's and a few other places. Kentucky Fried Chicken did the same thing. He franchised his product and his way of making a product, a food product, and then they go ahead and do it that way.
I can't wait for some hot fudge. This is incredible. After you, sir. So George, Bob's Big Boy, hot fudge sundae. This is what I used to get as a kid.
Was it?
When my sister got good grades.
So she got good grades and you got to eat.
Yeah.
Did she get anything?
She got a hot fudge sundae too. Plus, she would eat her French fries with the tartar sauce that came with
I know someone that used to do it with the fudge sauce.
Wow.
You know, ketchup was as crazy as I got. And then ranch, when that started coming out. Because ranch wasn't until the 80s.
So this has got to be one of the quintessential Googie architects that was saved some years ago. Beautiful, beautiful building. But more importantly, or as importantly, it is in Burbank, very close to the studios. So where are we sitting?
We're right around the corner from Warner Brothers and all of
where physically
are
we
we are
sitting?
sitting, the famous booth. We're in the Beatles booth.
The Beatles sat here. The Beatles, John, Paul, George, and
Ringo
sat
I wonder
right
which one,
here.
where do you think John sat?
Paul
was probably on the edge.
Paul was hitting on some woman over there.
Yeah.
Who else would come here?
Well, they did a lot of filming here too.
Okay.
And I always call this place the commissary for the Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
Warner Brother commissary is kind of small. It's kind of busy. And so you come over here. Now, next door, they've got more buildings, but that used to be all parking lot.
Okay.
Friday nights, fun place to be. Jay Leno is over here a lot.
They have the hot rod classic car.
Old classic cars come over.
Every Friday, right?
Friday night, it is like a classic car dealership here.
Talked a little bit about Bob's. The double-decker hamburger was his innovation.
Right.
And what else do you like to eat here? Because you're a culinary
another
expert.
innovation, I would think, is having a product that you can take home. They're salad dressings.
That's right.
And you buy them at the grocery store.
Yeah.
A lot of people think Bob's Big Boy is a salad dressing company when it really isn't.
Yeah.
It was the hamburger.
And you mentioned to me when we came in, we have another first location across the street.
Yep.
What's that?
Well, it doesn't look like anything like it.
Yeah.
But I was testing your knowledge.
I remembered it as Hampton's, Paul Newman's old.
Paul Newman had a restaurant called Hampton's and Hampton's Hollywood, and that's in one of my books. But IHOP started across the street.
It's amazing.
That was their very first. What happened was the guys from IHOP, they saw this place across the street that was doing great, but they didn't do breakfast at the time. So they thought, we could go across the street, because there were lines out the door for burgers, because you thought you were getting a bigger burger by having 2 patties.
Right.
And they thought, well, let's go for the breakfast crowd. And that's what happened.
Wow.
So,
Bon appetit.
it's melting.
So good. Wasn't that an incredible adventure around the Golden State? Keep watching for more episodes of Pat Pattison's Best of California. We visit unique food hotspots, restaurants, and shopping places. I'll visit California's natural wonders, recommend spectacular camping, hiking, surfing, and kayaking spots, as well as local, state, and national parks. So join us on our next adventure of Pat Pattison's Best of California.